This is my favorite VWAP strategy that works both on ES futures and NQ futures, but how do you know which one to trade and on which day? Well, if you stick around to the end of the video, I'll show you examples on how I decide which asset to trade intraday based off the trend and the volatility. Today we made over $1,000 trading the NQ VWAP bounce. Textbook, clean setup, all out of my futures strategy, which is available on ASFX TV. So if you want to watch there, it's also where I live stream every morning. So go check that out. If you look at the charts here, looking at NQ, I love the bounce play. My full strategy is just trading the pullback or a retest, whichever one you want to call it, to this New York VWAP, the blue one, anchored from today's 9:30 New York Open. The black one is the daily VWAP from the 6 p.m. Eastern, changer of day from the night prior. All right, so we're going to wait for the first break of the opening range after the open range is set, which is the first high and low of the 15 minutes opening session. There's no breaks yet. I do like the longs here, so I actually did get into a trade, but I'll give you my breakdown on why I didn't take this first one. Because it is full alignment, buyers are fully in control, I want to be a buyer, but I just know my best setups come after a side of this opening range has been broken. So I let it go, then it pulls back, it holds the daily view up again, makes another higher low, then it breaks above a second time. All right, if this goes higher without me, I'm going to have needed to been in that, because what is telling me to sell this thing, right? I could turn on the POC levels, we're above that. Every VWAP, structure is bullish. Okay, now it's worth the risk. I know there's still no breaks at the opening range yet, but it's worth the risk because buyers are telling me they're holding in, and I don't see why they would just give that up based off the trend being so bullish, right? You can see on the indicator here, it's full alignment to the buyers. So I'm just going to lean into that and ride the trend. Now, if you miss this entry, I'd give you one more minute, maybe up here, right? But anything other than that, you're now too late, in my opinion, because now you're away from the VWAP. This entry is a mid-range entry with a stop loss at the bottom, take profit at the top, which is also becoming the first break of the opening range, which often doesn't run. So that's why I want to see a break of it first, but I'm out of my trade. I think I have it marked up here in my TradeZilla. There we go. I'm out actually on that small push because it happened to be max profit. So we'll take that. Nothing to complain about there. But it does go to the full target at this opening range high. Beautiful. If you want to simplify your trading, make sure you check out the VTC indicator with the link down below. This indicator is what automates all my key VWAPs, all the key levels, and all the session volume profile. This indicator also comes with a dashboard that shows you where price is in relation to all its key VWAPs in real time across 3 different assets. With this information, you can see who's in control across the 3 assets and remove all that guesswork and make better decisions faster. So if you want to simplify your trading and see who's in control and be on the right side of trend, make sure you check it out with the link down below. Now let's get back into today's video. Now wait for the next pullback. So the New York VWAP builds a higher low. You could argue this one's the cleaner long because now the criteria is met of the opening range has been broken, right? We did take out a side now, and it's still the full VWAP alignment like we had back here. Same structure is being formed of bullish. This arguably is better because now there's a break of it, simple as that. And you trade it for the next trend back up. If you miss that move down near the VWAP, do not chase it. Do your own markups, tune into stream. You'll get confident in this simple strategy that you know there's abundance of opportunities every single day. I mean, even this opportunity back here at 10 o'clock, you were paid by 10:20. If you didn't take it at 10 o'clock, it gives you another opportunity at 10:34. Can you wait 30 minutes? I sure hope so. Otherwise, you need a different career. Looking back, it drifts away from VWAP. Nothing to do up here. It pulls back to New York. Okay, now I'm interested. I want the lowest price possible where trend likes to bounce at this VWAP. So you're long it again there, right? Don't need to keep going over it. You play the bounce play, trend continuation, after seeing buyers hold it. Now, this is on NQ. Clean long, which is the better asset to trade? I find myself more so trading NQ. But let's take a look at anyone that was trading ES today over there. What are we up to? Absolute garbage. Don't know what this is. Not the same VWAP alignment. It's a flat VWAP. I guess it's technically a little bit above it, the blue New York, right? You actually have breaks of the opening range low. So, I mean, that criteria is met where the opening range has been broken. So that's good. Now, it is garbage, in my opinion, today. But you get a break above New York VWAP after the range is broken. Stop loss should be at the bottom of range. With that in mind, zooming on out, you should win this. Now, is it painful? Yes. Hopefully, maybe even took small profits up here and you could be out sooner. But if you're playing the same idea where you're trading from the bottom of the range to the top of the range up here, right? It takes all day. If it gets there, crazily enough, right to it. But that's ridiculous. But keep in mind, let's go to 2 minutes just to condense all this garbage. Where does the money move from? Still this VWAP. So if you position yourself anywhere around here, not in a perfect world, you scalp that small move, you're in at the VWAP, you scalp this, you're down here, you scalp that, right? Because that's the lowest price close to VWAP, where if you long it up here, you're just drifting in no man's land. You're running the risk of getting caught in the pullback. Or you long it too high, you get the pullback, right? So very dangerous territory just to be longing it because the VWAPs say so. You want to keep in mind getting positioned at the VWAP. So then you have a greater chance of catching a small little pop. So even if this wasn't trending super strongly, which it wasn't, you could still and should still make money out of it, right? So today, NQ is the clear winner. I don't think there's any dispute on that. But we've seen it vice versa plenty of times where we take the same setup at the same time on stream. ES pays and I get cooked on NQ. It's like, how does that make sense? Don't know. Tech was moving a little bit different. It is what it is. So that's why I like to watch both of them. I'm not going to touch ES on this given day because that looks terrible. But let's see what NQ is doing. Oh, wow. It's actually a lot more trending. Okay, I'll take my trade over here. Had it been opposite, I'll take the opposite, right? So going back here to more markups, here's my first long. Gives you another re-entry here, right? So this is the way to play it. Maybe clean it. I'll say it again. Now you see the POC levels. We're above the POC, above previous day's New York VWAP in light blue. The daily, today's blue New York. Nothing's telling you to sell it. We just don't have a break of the opening range. What a shame. But worth the risk. You got to get out at the top of the opening range. That is the strategy. Level to level. If you try to hold it longer, don't care what your results are. I have no idea. Pulls back to VWAP, play it again. I made a reel on this, on what is the best way to manage it. This is a definitely textbook example of it. Holding trades longer does not mean you're going to make more money or that you could even stand to make more money. Yes, sometimes on clear rippers and it just trends all day, crazy volatility, right? But let's just put a round number on things where the target of this open range high is worth 500 bucks, let's just say. So you're long, you get up $500 up here, you should close it, but you want more. Okay, great. Sit through this pullback, sweat, because now you're back at zero, and then it gets back up, we're up 500, let's say you get out there, an extra 100, you're up 600 bucks. Wow, it was worth it holding on the extra hour and the stress of a pullback. I'm glad I made an extra 100 bucks. You could look at it that way. I would argue, I look at it as I made 500 bucks stress-free in 20 minutes. I don't care if I could have made more, the stress and the time that it was gonna take to get that, not worth it for my mental battery. I'll find another re-entry. Bringing me to this point, I'd rather just play it twice. Get out at your next level, bag 500 bucks here, pulls back. Maybe we size down on the next one, 250. You bag another 250, so you actually made 750 bucks. But you didn't have to sit through this pullback, so you actually had like no stress today. I'd rather do that. So anyone that thinks, oh, I should have held it longer, because I mean, we've seen so many examples when it does just rip and everyone's feeling FOMO of saying, oh, wow, I should have held, I wish I held. What are you doing? Is it your first day here? Market moves in waves. It's not always just going to rip your face off. Did you make money? Can you do that consistently and repeatedly? That's all I care about. It's not my job to catch the whole move. I'm trading level to level, repeating this strategy. This is the 3 opportunities you had today. Save this markup and mark it up yourself. Looking at a different day, this is like a random day in April. First break of the opening range. Okay, great. We have a break on this day. So now once we break a side and then it gets above New York VWAP, now I'm interested because we have a break above VWAP where if you look to the left here, the reason I'm not just long it off the New York VWAP, there's no break. Similar to today's trade, but how it gave me those two taps off the daily kind of convinced me. So by waiting for that break of opening range, I avoid the loss back here. I get in at VWAP, close to VWAP, and you get paid to the top of range. That is the exit. Can't be any more clear about that. It pulls back, forms another higher low. Beautiful. Once it gets back above New York VWAP, let's go continue trend. It's fairly simple. We don't need to overcomplicate it. I know where my entry price wants to be. I know where I should get out. I know what I need to wait for, and I know where the stop loss goes. It's fairly simple if you can just trust yourself and have the discipline to stick to it, right? These are the days where it does rip a little bit stronger, but not really. But it breaks a new high, wait for the pullback to VWAP. I missed this. Clearly, I didn't take it, right? It gives me 4 candles straight up. I could chase it up there saying, oh my God, this thing's going higher. I know my better entries come towards the VWAP. So I get the lower price and I'm out back at the high. Stress-free, quick, back into trend, simple. So hopefully you found value in today's video. Hopefully no one gets persuaded by me on exactly what asset to trade. Lean into one, mark up one very heavily, study one, trade it for a substantial amount of time before you throw the other one out, right? But at the end of the day, you can just stick with one. I trade ES and NQ now, but I've been trading for 6 years. If you're just starting out year 1 or 2, just stick with one. On a day, if you weren't able to trade NQ like this because you're only watching ES, boo-hoo, you missed the winner. That's fine. Look to soon incorporate it, maybe watching 2 assets down the road, but it doesn't need to be tomorrow. Get good at one, then you could add a second. All right, so I appreciate you guys tuning in. Make sure you check out the top 1 futures sale down below. Those are the accounts that I'm trading the most and the trades that I made $1,000 on today. So we're closer and closer to that 10K payout across the 4 50K instant fundeds. So check those out, but more importantly, check out Stream. Absolutely free, so I'll see you on there.